Hello guys, welcome to another video. Atlanthian City Part 2 is right around the corner, November 2nd to be exact. So let's talk about what might happen in the story of the update. In Part 1 we ended the story with defeating the battle theater and with us heading to Mr. Ferrex's house, but we weren't able to get in because we lost our invitation. Ha ha ha, just kidding. We couldn't get in because the rest of the story is gonna come with Part 2. What is going to happen in Atlanthian City Part 2? I have a theory and let's get into it. After defeating the battle theater we head to Mr. Ferrex's house and our friends are waiting at the door. We knock on the door, then it opens. Mr. Ferrex's butler welcomes us. He then takes us to the dining room where Mr. Ferrex and Miller are waiting. Mr. Ferrex gives us a warm welcome and tells us to join them in the table. After eating dinner Mr. Ferrex asks us about how our quest is going. Mom and Dad call us and tells us that they've tracked the cursed stone tablet piece. After hearing the news we tell Mr. Ferrex that we have to leave. We then head to the museum to meet Mom and Dad. They tell us that the tablet piece is somewhere in Armenti Trench and that we need a bubble helmet from the battle theater. We tell them that we obtained the battle helmet after we defeated the battle theater. Mom and Dad are impressed. Suddenly the museum alarms go off. Someone stole the circular relics from the museum. Mom and Dad tell us to hurry because they smell something bad about the ancient relics being stolen. We then go to Armenti Trench. We meet some Loomians along the way. After swimming for a while we arrive at the ruins. We quickly go inside. As we navigate the ruins we meet an archaeologist. She asks us why we are here and we tell her about the stone tablet and the stolen relics. We also told her about Dr. Vanta. After hearing this she decides to help us and tells us that there is something special inside the ruins. We then go on and search the ruins to find the stone tablet. Suddenly Dr. Vanta's henchmen block our way, keeping us from getting to him. We then battle alongside our friends and defeat his henchmen. After that, we rush towards Dr. Vanta. Dr. Vanta battles us and we defeat him, but he laughs because he is almost done with summoning the power of the pedestal. But Dr. Vanta gets stopped by Moldeka. Angry, Dr. Vanta leaves quickly but promises that this is not the end. We then retrieve the cursed tablet piece and restore the pedestal to its original form. The archaeologist thanks us for saving the ruins. After that, we go back to the museum but we were surprised that Mom and Dad aren't there. Dad's friend, Gerald, tells us that some strange men abducted them when we left. Jake tells us that the same thing happened to his friend from his home. Our friends then comforts us. We then leave the museum and continue on our quest and save Mom and Dad. As we are about to board the submarine a girl calls Jake. He turns around and realizes that it's Tess. Jake and Tess get into a little conversation but then the sub is going to leave so Jake tells Tess that they should talk later. We get into the submarine and Jake introduces Tess to us, then he tells us their story of how they got here. We arrive on the surface and then head to the next route gate, but we can't get there because we still can't use the geysers. Then we find out that we need the Frostville City medal to use it, so we board a sub or boat that takes us to the northernmost part of Roria where Frostville City is located. Our friends head to the port first and tells us to heal our Loomians before leaving. And that is possibly where the story ends and the next part in the Frostville City update. What do you guys think about this theory? Let me know in the comment section below.